Welcome back to Casino Guitars. Exciting video today. As you can see, we've got one of the new Gibson amps right here. But how, you ask, Jonathan? Because you guys aren't Gibson dealers. No, we just have the absolute best YouTube fans and viewers, and you guys send us cool things to demo. So this is one of our good friends, bought this thing, and was kind enough to send it to us before he even got a chance to play it. Sent it straight here. We unboxed it, opened it up, and it seems like this is a pretty solid home run for Gibson. And it's funny, we can say that because, like I said, we are not Gibson dealers at all. But this is the Falcon 20. So Gibson just got back into the amp game. Obviously, they acquired Mesa not too long ago. That's obviously who's building these. It looks great in person. It probably looks better in person than the stuff I had seen on YouTube and the demos and pictures and things. And I already thought it looked pretty cool. I'm really glad they stuck with this sort of vintage Gibson aesthetic. The handle looks pretty amazing. It's like a really cool update of the old ones. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it around so you guys can see the back. Really nice Jensen speakers come in these. So just talking about the specs, to get that out of the way first. These are 12 watt amps, not 20 watt. I kept thinking 20 watt in my brain because it's the Falcon 20. 12 watt amp. There are sort of two lower power modes on the switch. If you go down to half power, I think it's 5 watts. And then the low power is 1 watt. So, and we're obviously we're going to hear it here in a bit. But you got some headroom a little bit, kind of think Princeton-y, sort of, same wattage in full power mode. But then once you get into the 5 watt and the 1 watt mode, you can really get into that almost fuzzy-like overdrive and breakup if you want to. This one also has tube-driven spring reverb, which is pretty cool. I did not know this until I started reading a little while ago. Gibson was actually one of the first to put the reverb in their amps before some other companies that are maybe way more famous for that at this point. And I didn't realize that. So that was in the specs I was reading somewhere. It might have been on the Sweetwater site looking. But anyways, I thought that was an interesting tidbit. Also, there is a tube-driven tremolo included, and you get the foot switch with it. So you get a 2-button foot switch with these, so you can turn the reverb and the tremolo on and off, which I think is fantastic. That's one of my few gripes with Supro, is they don't give you the foot switch. They give you awesome reverb, awesome tremolo on the amp, and then it's another $54 or something like that if you want the foot switch. At least the Supro branded foot switch. So they're giving you that with this. You get a nice cover. Man, it's just a good looking amp. The sort of mirror metallic finish up here on the knobs is killer. You do have 2 inputs, like a low and a high, marked 1 and 2. And yeah, it seems to be incredibly well built. It looks great. And with the power reduction, I think you could probably do anything you want to do with this amp. It's gonna play well mic'd. So if you're in the studio or you're at home practicing, and you want to be loud and broken up, and or not loud and broken up, but broken up, have the amp cranked and not be crazy loud, it's gonna check that off. If you want to play with a band, you probably could, as long as your drummer's not too much of a basher, you're not playing too loud, heavy stuff. And then you can absolutely mic this in any situation, and it would be great. I don't care how big a stage you were on. You mic this thing up and you are good to go. There is a line out, and I know that the line out, I think, does have some speaker emulation, but I don't know. I'm old school, so I'd prefer to mic it if it was me. But maybe I'll do a video at home later this week on my channel with the line out running straight into an interface and just see what it sounds like. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, that's it. The Falcon 20. Looks great, feels like it's built really well, sounds great. Go check it out. And if anybody out there wants to send us the Falcon 5, we'll try it out too. Or if Gibson just wants to make us a dealer, we'd also be fine with that. We'll buy a bunch of them. But anyways, there you go. Hit like, hit subscribe, make sure you click the bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hello, while we're in that setting. So tremolo sounds really good. Let's check it out. Let's go all the way down to low powered, and let's just crank it and see what happens. So here's all the way up, low powered. I mean, so that's awesome. That's not very loud at all. I don't know how much you can tell, you know, how much quieter it got, but that's really cool. Definitely bedroom levels. And that's, like I said, that's all the way down to low power. Here's half power. Same thing, still crank. So, I mean, that sounds great too. So you got 2 levels of attenuation, power scaling, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty darn impressed by that. That's a lot of gain for a little combo like that at pretty reasonable volumes. I'm tempted to crank it on full power. What do you think, Derek? Can we handle it? Can our mic handle it? Sure. I've been given the green light just for a second, just to see how much louder it is. So there you have it, folks. The Falcon 20 by Gibson. I think it's a home run. I think Gibson has crushed it with this. So great amp. Go check it out.